Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with our coaches this week. And joining us is our lacrosse coach, Phillip Newton. And Phillip, obviously season, going maybe not the way you expected some things to go, but the improvement that the team has made over the last 3-4 weeks has been really, really noticeable.
No doubt. When we bring our guys in the recruiting process, the first of the year, we talk to them a lot about personal and player development. And that's at the base of everything we try to do. We try to develop them better as students as they go through the year. And they've made great strides in the classroom from first semester to second. But same thing on the field. You talk to any coach in our conference, and I'll tell you, we look a heck of a lot better now than we did the first game of the season, rolling out. At times, 20-some-odd freshmen is tough, and them learning how to play in games, stay in games, come back from deficits, not get down on themselves, those type of things is important, and we see those strides. We talked to them this past week after Rockhurst. We said, listen, you're in it for 3 quarters, and it's clear that you guys didn't give up. You fought the whole time, even through the fourth quarter. So we're making strides each week, and we're getting better. That's all you can ask out of the guys.
And, I had a chance to talk to a couple of the coaches after a few of our home matches, and they were all like, you guys are so much farther ahead in your first year than we were when we first started our program. And I'm sure you've heard that too. That's got to make you feel good with the direction that things are going.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. I mean, you want to be ahead. I won't put the coach's name to it, but it was early in the season. He's like, hey, that's a heck of a first class to have. And so that makes you feel good. But at the same time, we've got to attribute, Marcus Manning, Dr. Lombardi, the whole Maryville community, and giving us the opportunity to start recruiting earlier, getting us in here, in the fall, and giving us almost a whole year to recruit, because that makes a big difference, in the type of talent you're able to get, the guys you're able to put on the field, the amount of time you're really able to, get to know that first class. So it's a whole community thing as to why we've got a good first class, and why we've had, some of the successes, not the wins and losses, but the successes on the field that we've had and seen guys grow.
And looking at that, there's been a couple of your attackers that have just been absolutely fantastic over the couple weeks. Talk about them.
I think we've started to get guys back healthy. That's the first thing. We struggled early on in the season, missing, guys like Nick Whitty, missing guys like Jake Campbell. We were having to put guys in spots and situations they probably weren't the most comfortable in. Brendan Simmons is a guy that we moved him from attack to midfield, and he started to flourish as an offensive player, so we're really excited about that. Jake and Whitty being back, they have done a good job down there of keeping the pace the way we want it and being able to play through them. And you've seen the ball. We take care of the ball better now than we did earlier on in the season. That's because those two guys have matured up and really started to take a step towards being leaders on the field. So, we've got some guys that are starting to blossom, and we've still got some guys that are still in their shell a little bit, but keep coming out each week, each day, and getting a little bit better.
The one thing, too, that I've noticed over the last couple weeks is you're starting to win those all-important face-offs. You're really, the first home game, I think maybe won. Yeah. Now it's creeping up to 50%. And anybody that knows lacrosse knows that's step number one. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, we didn't really have a face-off guy coming in, as early as we started recruiting. When you hit September, which when we started, all the face-off and goalies are gone, and we got lucky, and our goalie, and Will Deviney, he's been playing really well. He sees a lot of rubber, and he really makes, some big-time saves for us. But at the face-off X, we didn't really know what we had coming in, and Austin Myers has improved each week. He works on his own more than he works with me. We don't have the time to get to face-offs in practice, and so he works really diligently on his own to get better. And anytime you can have possession of the ball, at least half the game, if not more, and anytime you're saving the ball, 50% of the time it's saved, you got a shot in every game. And that's what we've seen the last few weeks. We've been in every game. Have we dipped in a quarter here or there in a little, 8 to 10 minute time window? Absolutely, and that happens with young teams. But we're making strides each week, and at the face-off X, that's one of them. And then the other piece is, we've moved Matthew Jung up, one of our better ground ball guys, and moving James Alexander up. He's really helped us at the wing spot, and those guys are as important as the face-off guy. To be able to pick up those tough ground balls is important.
Home match tomorrow. Talk a little bit about the opponent.
Oh, man, it's a team that, we played at their house, and, being 8,000 feet above sea level is a little difficult with 17 guys, and on a long bus ride. But Adam State comes in. They're flying high. They just had a really big win against Westminster, and, they're just a talented team across the board. They they dirty it up, man. They win the tough ground balls. They, sometimes it's not pretty how they score, or how they defend you, but they get it done and they play hard. And anytime you got an opponent that comes in, plays really hard, plays together, they're always tough. But at the same time, we're a better team than we were, when we played them. And so it'll be interesting to see how kind of the game goes, and the ebbs and flows and the peaks and valleys. But we're excited. It's a 2:00 start, and it's a chance to hopefully get a W come tomorrow for the first one in program history.
Outstanding stuff, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow down at the field.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Phillip Newton joins us. We'll have tomorrow's match against Adams State on Saints Vision starting at 1:50 with the pregame. 2:00 will be the first face-off. And, if you haven't had a chance to come see a lacrosse team, come on down to Maryville Field tomorrow, and you're going to see some great stuff. These guys have really improved over the last bunch of weeks, and they're going to be a lot of fun to watch here in the future. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.